all about finishing the game as quickly as possible while collecting the minimum amount of items that is required to beat the game. And since one item counts 1%, we're going to get 9 items.
Indeed, and one's different if we decide to specify if it's normal and not hard modes, because in hard mode the lowest percentage possible is 10, because there's no way you can finish the game at only 9% in hard mode, except if you play on the European version, because...
Yeah, but I guess we'll come to that later in a bit. First of all, are we good to start?
Well, I guess we are just wanting to check if all the sound was good, but, well, I guess it's okay.
Is the runner all set?
Yep. Alright, we're good to go.
Can't hear audio, but
cannot hear audio. Well, let's wait just a bit to check if everything's okay. I should have already got a message. Something was wrong. Sorry.
If it was good.
Yeah, good or wrong doesn't matter. No news, good news.
Yeah. Guess we'll just hang out here a bit more.
Yeah. Alright, so audio is good, so we're good to go.
Okay. Should I give you a countdown?
Well, for the hype, let's do it.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
go. Alright. Just during the run, maybe tell me if you're a lot delayed compared to me or not, because I'll let you do most of the talk, but sometimes I'll help you on it.
Yeah, I'll just refresh the stream occasionally. Okay, so on my end you haven't started yet.
Well, that's
great news.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still waiting for you to start. Maybe I should refresh my stream right now.
Well, I'm just gonna explain a few things about the items that I'm gonna get. Basically, I'm gonna get nothing special outside of 5 missiles. I'll only get 1 missile tank during the entire run, and everything else. Okay. Everything else that I will have will be items that I actually need to get past through some areas, like bomb blocks or ice beam, different specific items like this.
So maybe we should start with a quick summary of the category.
Sure.
So this category has been known for quite a while. I mean, it has been known for quite a while that it's possible to beat the game with only 9 items. But as Sam the Digital summarized it quite a while ago, quite nicely, he said this category is not really that interesting as a speedrunning category, since it's very much RNG dependent and also really hard because you don't have any upgrades and stuff. So it's more of a challenge to complete it. But eventually people started looking into this a bit more from the perspective of a speedrunner. And I think the first person I know of who speedrun this mentioned Dragon Dark. I'm not too sure about that. I know that he did a couple runs, but I don't think he got a single segment. So I don't think he got a run without dying. And then the first run I definitely know of that finished without dying was ZX497, I think. He was the first to complete this without dying, and he got a pretty solid time, but at the same time he knew that his time could be improved, because there were a couple things in his run that were very much improvable. But yeah, that was nice double there. So yeah, ZX did a run mostly to prove that this is speedrunnable, I think, and to just finish. And then the first person to take it a bit more seriously was Mobius Man. He submitted this to an ESA marathon, I think 2 years ago, and therefore he put quite some effort into this and did runs and came up with strategies and stuff. And he eventually managed to beat ZX time. Mainly because he picked up one less item, which may sound weird. but we'll come to that in a bit. So he skipped one item, which saved around, I don't know, it saved quite some minutes, and he got single segment, and he got world record, and that was like the second single segment we know of. Probably. Yeah, don't get the E-Tech. And then
yeah, no way I'm getting that.
Yeah, and then the next person who appeared on stage was the also famous Eagle, formerly holder of all the world records, really awesome runner of both Fusion and Zero Mission.
Probably the most dominant runner of Zero Mission.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been in the force for quite a while now, and lately he's like his power has not been broken. But anyway, so Eagle decided to have a look at this category because I think it was like one of the few world records he did not have.
Obviously.
And I don't actually know how much effort he put into it. All I know is that he finished exactly one run and that it was world record. And his run had quite a few bummers, especially at one point. Like there were quite some things about this run that weren't too great, but he managed to get world record, and he retired from the category. I think he said that the category wasn't too interesting for him, and I don't think he's coming back.
No, it's something that I can understand, honestly.
Yeah, and this is like it's a really interesting category to run and to come up with strats for and stuff, but it's like not really a main category for this.
Indeed.
So Eagle had world record, and that was for quite a while. I think he had it for
well, he had it maybe for a year and a half, something, I guess.
Yeah, and then so we had 3 runs on the leaderboard, and then the next person to challenge this category was me, actually. I decided to break from 100%, which is my main category, and have a look at low percent. And it took me quite a while, but I managed to take the world record from Eagle after a while, after quite some attempts. And I think I beat him by about a minute, which is quite solid, I think. And then I hit the world record, not for too long, because Destructor keeps taking world records from me.
Hey, I'll let you that deep freeze any percent world record, okay?
Oh yeah.
Even it's unofficial, this one you'll take it.
Yeah. So it's like a back and forth trading of some world records between Destructor and me. And anyway, I had the world record for 2 months, I think.
Yeah, the thing is that in the meantime, I was actually playing on console and doing pretty much all the categories on console, but because my times were getting too great to be accepted without videos, well, yeah. I pretty much always changed categories until the point that I came to 9%, and that I came 5 seconds close to beat Eagle's time, and then I was like, okay, I'll make the switch to emulator because I need to get records of that. Yeah. And then this is where basically Natsubi contacted me, and we started to do some races, talk with each other, and things like that. And yeah,
come with some strategies.
Indeed.
Just basically just make things more consistent.
Yeah.
Just some of these parts are really dependent. And then Destructor eventually beat me, and it made my heart bleed, and I cried, but I couldn't do anything about it because his run was quite good. And then there was like a break. We did like 1 or 2 races, but nobody. Don't get that messages.
I just really hope that your voice isn't like your reactions aren't late compared to the stream.
It's probably late, but I'll refresh. Hang on. So there was
I think it's my problem.
On this category, like Destructor beat my run by 30 seconds or so, and we were also really close to the 40-minute in-game time mark. So we did like 1 or 2 races and thought, okay, it would be really cool if one of us could get around the sub 40 minutes in terms of in-game time, even though we go by real time. Would be quite cool. And then one day I woke up and looked at the leaderboards, and Destructor is 37. I was like, oh,
so basically the previous world record, I had an unofficial 53:46 on console, and basically it was then it's a bit telling me, alright, I got the 9% world record, try to beat me. And so I was like, okay, I just picked up my GBA and I did 2 or 3 attempts, and then I beat it like by a minute for the 53:46. But obviously it was not recorded, so yeah, I switched to emulator. It took me a while to get another recorded run, which was actually not a world record because it was a 53:48. So it was 2 seconds slower than my real PB, despite the fact I was playing on Japanese. So I continued to do runs of it, and then someday an absolute miracle happened, and I took a 50:49 RTA, which was just amazing.
It's something else. So that's where we stand now. We have like 4 single segment runs on the leaderboards, and then first place is Destructor with like a solid 3-minute lead. And who knows, it may be beaten sometime.
Who knows?
But at the moment, it's really unlucky. Because there's not a lot of interest in this category, even though it's really interesting.
Well, pretty much no one is running it at the time, so yeah, that's understandable, honestly.
Everybody's doing 100% or 80%. Or any percent hard. I've seen someone stream any percent hard.
Yeah, who was it?
Yeah, who
I think this guy died during his last attempt. He was minus 50 on his PB, and he died during final escape. Must be a very bad runner.
Yeah, so some weird people do other categories as well, but it's mainly 100%, 80%. Yeah, so that's pretty much the story of this category. So now we can get a bit more
focus on the category itself.
Technical parts of the category. So I've said already, there's the Destructor will finish with 9%, hopefully, if he doesn't mess up.
I will.
And okay. Oh, you will mess up? Oh no.
Yeah, of course I mess up.
No way. So 9% and 1% is 1 item. So by now, let me guess how much. What's your percentage by now? 5?
I don't know. We'll just do a quick resume of every items we take. So in order, we take Morph Ball, then missiles, then bombs, 3 of the basic items. Then, if I'm correct, it's Criteria's unknown item, then Ice Beam.
Yeah.
That it's the most recent item I took. Then we'll have Creedley's unknown. Ridley is unknown, not Creedley is unknown, because that's a new mix. I like it. Then Crate's unknown, and after that we'll have this useless sequence, and well, the game will basically give us Varia Suit. Doesn't matter if we take it right now or not, the game will give us Varia Suit, which was the point that Manitobi was talking about earlier about Mobius Man. The fact that he lost a lot of times because he took Varia Suit for convenience, because Varia Suit allows you to...
ZX.
Oh, ZX, okay, sorry. Varia Suit basically allows you to reduce the damage that you take. And because the game will give it anyway, well, he just took it.
Let's see if I can... Items. What are the items?
So just to give you an idea, this run, that was definitely not a good start. That bomb split had a lot of fails pretty much everywhere. And just to give you an idea, I don't know where you're on the stream, right? I guess I already entered Ridley, well I hope so. And entering Ridley, I'm 20 seconds behind my PB, which is definitely not a good sign because my PB had a very messy early game as well.
Yeah, but there's so much to come. Will he save? No, the madman runs straight through the saving station.
Obviously.
Obviously, have you had any experience with that save station? Man, I can't come up with all the 9 items. What's this? Oh yeah, power grip.
Oh yeah, I forgot power grip, thank you.
Power grip, and then there's ice beam, and that should make 9. So yeah. So it's multiple, 1 missile expansion, bombs, 3 secret items, warrior suit, power grip, ice beam, yes. And okay, so on my end the Ridley fight started. this fight is quite tricky because Ridley can do exactly 100 damage with his tail. So I'll do the talking while Destructor does the mashing. The problem is we only have 5 missiles. Sucks. So what do? Ridley takes 50 to die. Get the missile by the door. Oh, why?
I never do that. Not good enough to do that. You're crazy to do that.
Got that from Degner. Double fire.
Hey, the end is cool. You'll see.
Wow, nice. 3 missiles by the door, please. So yeah, Ridley, we depend on his drops. This guy's cheating.
Emulator
depend on his
cheats.
drops, but you can't really manipulate him into spitting firebolts, so... unless...
A lot of drops, right?
Yeah, a lot of drops.
Yeah, that was kind of insane, to be honest.
And so yeah, one part is like waiting for fireballs. The other part is like, well, you always want to stay right below him. Ooh, the madman went for the missiles. So you want to stay right below him because he then falls into this loop pattern where he just flies around the room.
I think there's 2 pixels of space, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's like right above you.
Right under you, yeah.
Nice bug freeze. And yeah, then you can manipulate him into flying around. He's pretty much harmless then if you know what to do. And you wait for fireballs and you kill him and he's dead. And then you leave. And the reason why you kill Ridley is because you have to kill 2 major bosses to get to the final area. One of them is Ridley. Yeah, something about those 9 items. There are very different reasons why we end up with those 9 particular items. Most of them are necessary to beat the game, like Mothball, obviously, bombs, missiles, stuff like that. But then there are, for example, the 3 secret items that you grab, and then they despawn certain blocks, or they activate certain blocks, so they open new ways, basically. So you grab the item, you can go somewhere you weren't able to go before.
Yeah, and basically the game tells you that your suit for the moment isn't powerful enough to activate them.
Exactly. So you get them later, but for now they're pretty much useless. But you have to get those 3 unknown items. And yeah, for example, right before the Ridley fight, Destructor picked up an unknown item that will turn into Gravity Suit later. And then there's one item called Power Grip, which Destructor collected in Criteria. This item allows you to grab ledges, which is obviously...
Yeah, known as useful item in the ZM community, because when you do randomizer and zero mission, and you don't find Power Grip, you definitely understand why this item was actually necessary to Metroid games.
It's really helpful. But it's not actually required to beat the game. Like, you don't need the ability to grab ledges anywhere. These bombs are really powerful in this game. But the problem is that there's in Upper Norfolk there's a barrier, like a weird land thing.
Yeah, a vine that actually blocks your path. And it only despawns if you take Power Grip.
Yes. So we take a detour to grab this item, and then it despawns this barrier. And then we can proceed. So I don't know who found barrier skip in the Wind Waker HD. Maybe that guy could have a look at Zero Mission as well.
Alright, I just made a mistake that Eagle did as well.
Okay.
In his PV, so you guys will understand, we'll come to it, because Manatobi will point it out.
Yeah.
And this is a very, very costly mistake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so since I'm a bit delayed, probably it already happened on stream. Or maybe I'm... Okay, maybe I'm watching the actual stream and you're just very far ahead. Okay, so... you will see Destructor entering the next area, which is the crate area. And if you look at his ammunition code, he does not have a missile. And look, there's a red door. What do we do now?
Yeah, now we farm.
Yeah, now we farm. We try to find some enemies, kill them, and to hopefully get a missile gun. And this is the exact same thing that happened to Eagle in his world record. So you lose so much time. Like
Yeah.
from the moment you leave
No.
Ridley and enter crate, you have so many opportunities to farm missiles. Like so many. It's so
Yeah.
unlikely that you end up getting none at all. But it happened just now, and it happened in Eagle's Water. So yeah, we might be sitting here for a while, waiting for missile drop. We only need one. Should happen anytime soon. Yeah, those side harbors have the...
That's a very stupid mistake. So, well.
Yeah, so we will probably won't see world record anymore.
Yeah,
there's the missile drop.
It was
Great.
not a world record, honestly. Like, from the very beginning, it was already done. Don't expect me to do a world record run anytime soon.
He opened the wrong door.
Yeah, I opened the wrong door. Fortunately, I didn't need to.
Better open. Oh yeah, so now we can proceed to our next boss, which is Acid Worm.
Indeed, and if you basically know zero mission for any percent, you might have noticed that usually when you enter a crate, we go on the left side and do a trick called Acid Worm Skip that basically just allows us to get through, well, towards crate without needs to kill the Acid Worm and activate the zipline that it does trigger when we kill him. But in this category, except if you want to pull what's called a Rosu 123.
I'm looking at you, Ross.
Yeah? Wait, no, I never said that. You have to activate the zipline. I'll give more details later when we come to the room, but yeah.
Yeah. So for the route of this category, you might wonder, is there a different route for this category? There's not really. This route pretty much follows the any percent route, with the exception that we kill as for a very certain reason. Like, we have to activate the ziplines basically, but we'll come to that. So, unfortunately, like Ridley, we don't have ammunition to kill Acid Worm. So, we once again rely on drops, which is not too bad in this case of Acid Worm, because he gives drops consistently, and it varies if you get 4 or 5 missiles. You can also get in some ice beam shots in between rounds, but they don't really do damage. Destructor just got double health, which is not great. But yeah. The only thing about this fight is once he changes colors, you want to wait a bit before you hold on to the zipline again, which Destructor just did. Otherwise he'll do a move where he raises the acid and it'll lose you some seconds. But apart from that, just run around, shoot drops, shoot Acid Worm. This fight is pretty straightforward. Nice. Did you actually count?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I usually do that, like there's basically no need to waste more missiles than I do. I'm doing really silly mistakes.
Oh, we're expecting silly mistakes from the Destructor in a bit. Yeah, so now we activated the ziplines. We can get grab the latch.
Yeah, that's a first one. Well, fortunately, you guys might have seen, but when I actually activated the zipline, I did a bomb jump in order to get on the zipline as a morph ball, because if you get on the zipline while standing still, we'll take the E-tank that is right below, and that's actually a common mistake you do when you first start this category, because you don't think about it, and then you definitely don't have time to react, and you take the E-tank and run is done because, well, it's 10%.
And the other way around, I've skipped this E-tank in 100% before. So yeah, this is the room Destructor just rode through on the zipline. You can get through that room without the zipline, but it's tricky and it's not really, like, it's not viable in low percent.
One bomb method is easy. Change my mind.
I don't know. I don't know the last time I actually did this trick. Okay, here's another unknown item. This one turns into Space Jump. Space Jump itself is not necessary. Like, some of the unknown items are actually needed later on, but Space Jump is not. Okay, side hopper room. Lots of side hoppers in this room. Oh, nice jumps there. Okay, thanks. So, yeah, side hoppers in that room. they can be annoying. Destructor deciding not to farm before the crate fight. Yeah, get through the side of the room without taking too much damage. And here's the crate fight. The crate itself is quite simple. Open his mouth and then pump in 13 missiles. And depending on how many hits he has taken, he will destroy the platforms you're on. And
which is why I actually tried to do a very specific pattern. Basically, I tried to hit it 10 times, then make spawn as many missiles as possible to kill him right away.
Yeah, get some drops on the screen, and then just fire away and hope you hit him before he breaks the missile you're standing on. And that... I think... yeah, he was one missile off there.
Indeed, he was.
Drops.
He was only one missile off.
So yeah, if you get a really good crate fight, it's really nice board hunter. Really good feeling. Commentary is so behind. I'm sorry, I'll refresh my screen.
I think it's basically my fault because we are taking my game sound and your voice. So obviously, if you're not basically watching my broadcast from itself, it's done. I should have asked about that earlier, honestly. So it's my fault. Okay, that was bad RNG.
So yeah, now he killed Crate a while ago. He skipped speed booster. Hooray! Successful speed booster skip.
Yeah,
that is not that easy as well.
Do not take it. It's a Russell 1, 2, 3 as well.
Yeah, don't grab speed booster.
Obviously, I did it too first times I run this game.
Yeah, so you have to enter the speed booster room to refresh the crate room. But some really interesting route choices there. But yeah, we don't like enter the room and then leave back again. Okay, so it already happened on your end probably, but the room Destructor just crossed with that huge zipline where he fell down at the end. Why did he fall down at the end?
Well, honestly, I don't know if my bombing was awful, if I just could bad RNG on the flies, but yeah, it was kind of bad.
So this room is really long and there's nothing in there except for this zipline and a couple flies that tend to get into your way. And that's the reason why we activate the ziplines, because the zipline carries us through the room. And without the zipline you're pretty much screwed. Unless you're Sam the Digital. Once again, really cool guy, amazing speedrunner. Destructor's trying to use the ball cannon, that's slow. So Sam Digital came up with a way to get through that room in low percent without activating the ziplines, which allows you to pretty much do acid bomb skip in low percent, and it saves a lot of time.
Basically, it just saves you to kill acid worm.
Yes, but it's hard. It's really hard. Nobody does it. Not even Destructor.
No.
Who has a really amazing world record. Yeah, because you basically have to HVJ through that whole room while dodging all the flies and stuff. And, yeah.
I think it's around 50 bomb jumps in a row. I don't exactly remember because I did count on Sam's video, but it's just incredibly long and way too hard to do consistently.
And yeah, so could you give me your just tell me when you kill the first Metroid, so I have like an idea of how far I am.
I entered Turian at 26:41.
Yeah, but like that doesn't help me. Just tell me when you kill the first Metroid. So
I thought it would help. Okay.
Well, tell me what's your timer like right now?
I just killed the first Metroid.
Okay. Wow. What's your timer like?
27:24.
24. So I'm like 40 seconds behind. Okay, that's almost a minute. So I have to think ahead now. Okay, so he's in the Metroid rooms. Pretty simple. Kill the Metroids. He hasn't saved yet? Wait, he'll probably save before the Metroid rooms.
Saving.
Oh, he ran straight through. Okay, well, as long as he's confident about it. He probably got some save states in the back. Anyway,
I do
Metroid
not.
Rooms. He does not? Okay.
Except on the hard mode.
Okay, well, it's almost the same. But yeah, Metroid rooms. Pretty simple. Kill the Metroid, go to the door, open the door, go to the next room. Yeah, there's like you can't really skip Metroids, not on console or emulator. Task to it. But, yeah, the problem is Metroids take 5 missiles to die.
5 missiles to die, and they can only drop 4 when they die. So I
Yeah.
always have to farm the Rinkas.
Yeah, luckily there are these ringers around, but they're not very consistent with giving you what you need. So sometimes you may see Destructor just killing ringers for quite a while until he gets scrubbed, while keeping a Metroid frozen. Yeah. And some of these rooms are quite tricky, but yeah, Destructor is not doing this for the first time, so I'm pretty sure he's got strats for this. And hopefully he'll make it through since he is saved as well. Yeah.
Are you nervous, Mendatobi?
Oh no, I'm a nurse. Nice missiles into the wall.
Yeah, that was nice.
No, I just finished the spooky mission. I'm like so burned out, nothing could worse.
Yeah, he's still scared from his past experience from Spooky Mission.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I can understand.
So yeah, but so far this is looking quite well.
Indeed.
Metroid's dying one after the other, as they're supposed to. Yeah, Rinker's not giving any drops. That's sort of expected as well.
Well, honestly, for the moment, RNG goes real well. I'll be honest,
so
could have been way worse than that.
We may see a world record after all.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, almost done. So 40 seconds ahead. I have to think 40 seconds ahead. He's probably through with the last Metroid room. No. This last Metroid room is huge. Lots of Metroids, but they're like lined up in a really nice way, so it's easy to take them out one after the other. Not too tricky.
Yeah, it's not hard. You just have to be, well, to be cautious about that, because I almost got grabbed in that last Metroid room, the first Metroid, and considering the position I was on, if I got grabbed, there was almost no way I could escape this Metroid without being grabbed by the one that was right behind. So it was tense.
Yeah, so
I got scared.
Metroids do a lot of damage. I
Why am
don't
I
know the
running?
exact value. This Dragon Fang still in chat will give you the exact value. They do a lot of damage, but they're not...
1 damage per frame.
Okay. So... Yeah, getting grabbed is dangerous, but you have time to free yourself if you're quick. And it'll drop you to like something around 10 to 20 health. And then you have to farm up and again, so it's dangerous, but it's not instant death. And in low percent hard, it's pretty much instant death.
It is instant death. It's absolutely impossible to... I don't think even when we speak about TAS physics, I don't think it's even possible to morph and drop the bomb. Except if you basically pre-fire it and drop the bomb before being grabbed by the Metroid.
Okay, so Destructor's probably at the Zebit Heights by now. Are you at the Zebit Heights?
Of course I am. And
Okay,
I have a little
so-
surprise for you.
Yeah, there's something called Zebit Heights Skip. You may know it from Super Metroid, and I think Eagle almost got it in his 80% run.
He
so let's
did
see
it
how-
anyway, I think.
Oh, nice, really nice. So, yeah, I only, okay, I did not watch that particular part. Anyway, you can skip 2 of the 4 Zebit Heights in Zero Mission on console. On TAS, you can skip all 4. And if you, so the way it works, nobody exactly knows how it works, but what we do is we get a Rinka into a very specific spot, right in front of the Zebit Height, and really close to the ground, and then you freeze it, and then you do what's called a hover glitch, where you
have to
bomb.
unmorph at the exact same frame your bomb exploded, puts you in kind of a hovering state and allows you to get through the Zebit Height.
Yes, I couldn't have phrased it any better.
And the way Zebit Height works is that they work by duo, which means when you kill the first one, the third one spawns, and when you kill the second one, the fourth one spawns, which means that if you don't kill the first, the third one won't spawn, which was exactly what I did.
So you only have to kill the second and the fourth. And
yeah,
Zebit Heights, if you kill them, they take 7 missiles. I And you only have 5, so you need to get a drop on screen. Luckily, you only need to get 1 drop on screen. And low percent hard, you need 2 drops, I think. And on 9% hard, you need 3 drops. It's ridiculous.
I tried it and it's impossible. Don't try it at home.
Yeah.
I lost my mind doing it. Ivan can confirm.
Right. Yeah. So
Alright.
20% normal, low percent normal is alright. Anyway, Mother Brain. 2 phases. First of all, you want to break the glass. Mother Brain, as always, is surrounded by glass. And the glass takes 20 missiles. I don't know. The first phase is not too bad because you can just chill out on the platform. Kill the ringers that conveniently fly towards you. And then collect the drops, kill the glass.
I got the setup that I wanted.
Mother Brain is exposed, things get a bit more tricky because she starts shooting at you once in a while, and the beam does a lot of damage. So you want to dodge that as well. And there's a safe strat, I'm pretty sure you're seeing it right now on stream, where you crouch up in front of her. Because, yeah, ironically, that's actually the safest place in the room at this point, because she almost can't hit you there with her beam. And then you just, oh nice, interesting strategy. And then you just, yeah, collect drops, kill the brain, and escape. Okay, and at this point I'll actually drop out for a minute, because someone keeps calling me.
I'm just gonna do the talking flow one. Go ahead. So basically what I'm doing is that, obviously there's faster strats. Basically you could just stand on the platforms that are right there and kill the ringers. But what I do is a strategy that, in this specific position... Oh, okay, she's dead, nice. In this specific position, when you kill both ringers at the exact same time, and when they respawn, they come to you in a way that allows you to just freeze them one at a time. Oh, crap. And it allows you to put them in position that they are both killable with only 1 bomb, which is what I'm doing. And it allows me to get drops in a pretty safe way, because as Toby said, this spot is honestly the safest spot of the room, I'll be honest. The only threat is, you saw it once at the very beginning of the fight when I did it, the turret that was right above me. And if that turret actually fires diagonal left, well, towards me, I would say, well, diagonal left to the ground, on the wrong timing when I'm basically jumping to throw them, because that's honestly the only weakness of this strategy. It's because if that turret shoots in my direction while I'm jumping to frozen ringers that are right under me, it can be a threat because it pushes me back towards Mother Brain, and then Mother Brain hits me back. So it's only around 30 damages, so it's not the problem, but the knockback from Mother Brain's hit basically pushes me back into the lava, and I have to do all the setup again. And one thing that actually seems strange, the way drops works in this game, you saw it during the... I didn't explain it during the Metroid phase, but the way drops work in this game is that when you're at full health, the game will gives you missiles most of the time, but when you're not at full health, the game will prioritize to heal you. And strangely, in that Mother Brain part, doesn't matter what is your health, the game will actually prioritize missile this time. It happens a lot of time during my runs. I was like maybe at 19 health in a really bad spot, and I tried to farm for health, and the game continued to give me missiles actually. So if you want to farm health in a specific area, you have to be at full missiles, which is actually the exact opposite of what we're usually doing with the game.
Hello, I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry for dropping out. Did I miss anything?
It happens. Well, you missed the escape, a couple of missed wall jumps, and me explaining my strategy in Mother Brain. So not that much.
Escape? Did you explain map skip?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
And I did not do the plot like, oh my god, I think I'm safe, I just finished the game, and actually I just got shot, and yeah, I'm back on Zebus. Map skip. Scotty, this is for you. Up, easy. Thank you. Hey, guess
Yeah.
what? I'm saving.
Ooh, well.
First save of the run.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Yeah, so now we're in Sealess. I think someone asked earlier, is this a remake of the original Metroid? Yes, this is a remake of the
Indeed it
original
is,
Metroid.
and the part that you're seeing right now is something that was added later on.
Yeah. Because when they remade it, they decided that it was too short. And they added this whole part. And it's really cool. And yeah, this is called Sealess, as Destructor said. Before, basically, you lost all your items. Nice map skip there. And now you have to crawl around, with nothing but your little stun gun, and somehow recover your. You missed the fire.
What did I miss? Oh, the pirate, yeah.
Yeah, the bird.
Happens. Oh well, I still got the fast escape or whatever. Whatever.
Fast escape.
Yeah, I
You
don't know how
already
to call it.
escaped.
Well, basically, I
need to refresh my stream.
Alright, whatever. Just don't know the name of it. And
You searchlight skip.
What?
Searchlight skip.
No, I'm not there yet.
Tripwire skip, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Tripwire
tripwire skip. I'm not gonna do fast searchlights because I just don't know how to do it. I don't want to practice it.
Yeah, I don't know it either. Yeah, this part is pretty straightforward. There's not much you can do since your abilities are pretty limited as well. There are quite a couple strategies that save like a second or two here and there. But yeah, apart from that, not much to say about this whole part.
Yeah, and
we get our items back.
The point that damn it. Okay, well, a point that we might talk about is that it's the interest of the category. So you can see I'm only 99 health, and doesn't matter which whatever it's the pirate's beam or a physical contact with the pirate's body. It deals 100 damage. So if one of these things touches me, I'm dead.
Yes.
I should have jump extend.
I don't know, nothing happened on my end.
Yeah, yeah.
Before.
Oh my
No, I'm not
god!
there yet.
Fails are running around now.
Okay. Yeah, well, as the Destructor said, it's pretty easy to die here if you do a mistake. And he did a mistake.
Yeah.
The first bomber of the run. Well, apart from that missile story, it's great. So luckily he saved this time. Someone in chat called Dragon Fangs complained about saving.
Dragon Fans complain about saving. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Now you have a run at least. Honestly, I was not expecting to die in that first part. It's only because I didn't do the jump extend and trigger the alarm, and my reactions were bad. But yeah.
For the most parts of this.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the most parts of this, it's just about movement. Like the way you move around rooms affects pirate movement as well. The way they behave, and there are these tripwires and everything. So yeah, as long as you keep your movement on point, you should be alright.
But even in other categories, which even in the primary categories like 80% normal, 100% normal, runners don't heal. So they're one shot as I am because, well, heals takes time, and we don't want to lose time. So it doesn't matter the category, we're basically running at 90 health in this area, even if you had 90 tanks to possibly heal and completely refill like you are in 100%. But yeah, totally my bad on that death.
Because no matter what category you're in, you always start with only 99 health at the start of the sequence. So yeah, the Destructor saved in the beginning, luckily, and that also technically refilled him.
Yeah, refilled absolutely nothing.
Okay, he made it through that room this time. Maybe a real runner wouldn't die to this. Wow.
Yeah, who said that?
Shots fired. Shots fired. Dragon Fangs. They like.
Ah, thanks.
Again.
Come on. At least my GameCube didn't crash.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely forgot what I was about to say.
I don't know. Let's just chill. I mean,
Destructor is halfway through on my end. Hopefully the second half goes better than first. Nice wall jumps there. Once again, it's like the small things. If you're not familiar with the run or the category, there's no way you'll see all the small time saves. You'll see the small time losses though.
give me power bombs!
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to take the attention a little bit. This specific area is really dangerous. So there I have to dodge that first pyro. I'm gonna do a safe try. I'm gonna stun that pyro right here and just grab the ledge to let my pistol a little bit more time to recharge and be sure that I can stun the last pirate. Usually what we do is that we run directly into the room and stun the pirate that is on the block that you saw, and instantly jump on the block and get through it. And with that strategy, if we did it perfectly and we wait a bit right in front of the last pirate, we should have the exact timing to stun it right at the end. But what I do for safety is that I grab the edge of the block and it leaves like half a second more for my pistol to recharge, and this way I'm absolutely sure that it will be completely charged for the last pirate. But it really happens, like you've seen top runners dying to this specific last pirate of the room because the beam was not completely recharged.
Yeah, and for those who wonder why we're thrashing on Drangfang so hard, we're not really thrashing him. Drangfangs is like a really awesome runner of this game and stuff, and he knows. And
he's a big joker, so I have 100% confidence in the fact that he's just trolling.
Yeah, and he knows a ton more about this game than we do.
Fangs is probably the guy who has the most knowledge about the game. He made a lot of research, really cool, and he's an amazing, I don't know how to say it, TASer? TS creator?
Yeah, he did tests.
Yeah, he did a lot, and he's a good runner and an insane guy. Okay,
yeah, he's insane. Completely insane. Oh, I think I know what happened.
No, you don't know.
I don't know. Okay, well, I'm expecting a great surprise. Yeah, this cutscene is unskippable if we talk about theory a bit here. There's this cutscene right before this boss fight that is not skippable. It's really long. The only way to skip it is if you save right before the fight, then die during the fight, reload the save, and re-enter the room. Then you can skip the cutscene.
Okay.
And if we could somehow... Great start.
Yeah, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, really cool. Do that again.
No, because now I'm one shot. But fortunately, I'll spoil it a bit. I made it through. And I got the glitch, obviously, so the run is saved.
So yeah, in theory, there may be some crazy way to skip this cutscene if you, I don't know, we tried a couple things, but it hasn't happened so far.
I know I discovered that when we were doing a race, you and I were doing the race, and I think I died maybe 1 or 2 times on Charlie, and then during the cutscene I randomly pressed B or A, doesn't matter, and then I was like, wait, I just skipped the cutscene. What happened?
Guys, I discovered something.
And then you told me, yeah, it's normal. Okay.
Someone asked how to do tests. Well, you need a shitload of dedication and knowledge.
And time.
And time, and a crew that backs you up. And you're good to go. And a decent ammunition.
And yeah, really decent amount of knowledge about the game. Alright, so basically now I recovered my suit, and as you can see I unlocked 3 abilities right when I picked it up, and it corresponds to the 3 unknown items I had. So Plasma Beam, which allows my beam to get through the enemies, and I think it's the same as Fusion. It does a specific amount of damage every frame it's through the enemy, I guess it's the same.
Yeah.
And it literally goes through the enemies so I can line them up, which is extremely useful in this area. I got Gravity Suit, which allows me to stop lava damage and get through any kind of liquid without being slowed down. And Space Jump, which is, well, the broken item, as we know it.
The flying item. And someone in chat said Warriors forced here. That is correct. You're right, Captain Glitch. Congratulations.
Indeed, I got Warrior Suit without taking it.
Yeah. So the game, since it upgrades your suits at this point, it gives you the highest update automatically, which is like Gravity Suit, and it also gives you Warrior Suit. Since, and I think actually, if you were to get to this point without Gravity Suit, it would give you both Gravity and Warrior. So technically the game also forces Gravity Suit at this point.
I don't really remember. So I just did a mistake. I should have refilled in the runes because I actually don't have enough missiles to make my way through the entire ship with only the 5 missiles I had at the very beginning. So I should have healed through the runes, but I completely forgot. And I just did another mistake, so I'm just gonna bomb these blocks instead of using a missile there. Because there's another red door that comes up right after this one. And now at the specific time I'm missile-less, but it's okay because the next save room I'll attend to, well, is the last one and I don't need more missiles to get through.
You always want a certain amount of missiles. And then one thing Destructor mentioned really early is about the low percent hard mode, which is a bit different because on hard mode 1 missile expansion only gives you 2 missiles.
Exactly.
You shot missile into us.
Yeah.
And that may not sound like a problem at first, but the thing is, during this very part where Destructors are now, you always want a certain amount of missiles, and if you only have 2 in your inventory, you might not make it through certain parts. Okay, I'm kind of lost now.
Basically, you saw me shooting 3 missile blocks, and if you only try it with 2, as we explained in hard mode, because the missile blocks are respawning, these particular missile blocks are respawning, there is no way you can make it through. But there's another way where there are actually 2 missile blocks that do not respawn. So what you do is that you actually destroy them, go back to heal and get your 2 missiles back, then you can continue. But I guess on tasks it would be possible, because I tried some 9% hard. It's only possible on the European version to destroy it. Well, these 2 blocks, yeah, they're not respawning on the European version somehow. But getting through Zebatites is impossible on console. I'm sorry, it is impossible. I'm calling it.
No, it's not impossible.
I'm not gonna do a crazy bet like I give $100 to someone who does it on console or emulator.
Oh,
no, I won't because no.
I'll do it right now.
Man, Zebatites. Okay, try it. Zebatites with 2 missiles. Try it. Okay, honestly.
I still got my console.
Okay, try it. Commentate and try it at the very same time. Alright, so
I got the debug room from. I can just hover through.
Alright, I think I just Alright, it sounds stupid what I'm doing right now, but I forgot. I think I forgot to save. So I'm just gonna go back. I think I hailed it because I need missiles to open Ridley's door.
40 seconds behind.
But I'm not sure if I saved it. So I'm just gonna go back and save, alright?
No, you did not save.
Yeah, I didn't save, alright. So, alright, I'm losing time, but it's for the marathon. I mean, if I can get... I already died once, so yeah, deathless is no way it happens. But if I get sub-hour, it's still something really solid for a low percent run.
Ooh, Lord Aloe, chat. Yeah, please go back. Okay. Let's see if I can get through Zebatites.
You won't.
On 9%. I'll cheat myself some extra health, though. I don't want to die. It's just.
Oh, cheater! I did not.
You're the guy.
I did not.
You're the guy playing on emulator.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, and I'll never give you that one.
Alright, just gonna explain a bit how Mick is going. He's surely the hardest boss of all, because of the combos that he can do. So basically he needs 28 missiles to die, and he has two phases. The first one, between 0 and 9 hits, his heart is protected, as you can see right now. There's a little glass right in front of it, and he can only shoot missiles from his back, swipes with his claw, or shoot fireballs. And I want to make as much damage as possible before exploding that specific glass, because right after he won't be able to shoot fireballs, but he will be able to throw lasers with his eyes, and depending on the angle, it's a really tough attack to avoid if it is on a horrible angle, which is the safest one in the room is the one I'm in right now, in the bottom left. And if he shoots in my direction, the beam will hit me. And the worst is that if he decides to swipe with his claw at the very same time, basically the missile explosion will propulse me into his claw, and the claw does 74 damage, and I think the beam does 30, so at this point, it's literally a wombo combo. So yeah, if I got hit... Alright, see? I just got hit twice. Fortunately, it didn't swipe at this very time, so I'm still alive.
Yeah, so long story short, dodged the crap out of everything.
Yeah, literally just dodged the crap out of everything, which I didn't do. I just did a mistake that... I'm sorry, Tommy, for the spoils, but I have to keep it up with the chat,
Okay.
so...
I'm busy with the sabotage right now.
Yeah, basically... this bottom left corner is the safest point of the room, but only if you crouch or in mortal. If you stand still, he'll be able to hit you with the claw, which is exactly what happened. I was at below 74 health, and I decided to stand on to pick up drops, I think, and I got a very wrong timing based on my judgment. So yeah, I just got killed. Oh well, it happens. I don't think sub-hour is gonna be really possible at this point. Nah, I probably will not get sub-hour.
With 2 deaths, well...
I don't think so, considering the timer right now. Except if I have a crazy fight, I don't think it's gonna be possible.
Not getting any drops, this.
Which is actually sad, because yesterday I did Mecha in a hard mode, and I managed to kill him 3 times in a row without dying on hard mode, so... a little bit sad to know that I cannot do better on normal. Okay, that was a mistake. I should have not done that.
And this boss is also the reason why most people are not really interested in this category, because after all these tough parts and Korean and stuff, you have this boss at the very end, and it's a nightmare really. It's a complete run code.
I think they would more complain about Torian, honestly, more than this boss.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because of the RNG?
Yeah.
I honestly think Torian is not too bad, if you know what you're doing. But yeah, RNG always sucks.
And I really wonder if it's me doing something wrong, if there's a setup for it, or if it's just RNG, but Eagle in his run, during the Mecha fight, Mecha only shot beams at the very top of the room, and only this spot. Yeah, only this spot. Not like it goes on the top and on the middle of the left wall. Only on the top.
Yeah, I think Dragon Dart got really good parents on this GQ run as well. He had a tough fight, but oh nice, missile into the door.
Yeah.
I think Dragon Dart got pretty nice parents as well.
Alright, I can confirm that the sub 1 hour pace is alive.
Okay. Not on my end.
Door bomb for all the fans.
Save those frames.
Save the frames and save the enemies.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so I'll take it that Destructor made it past the boss. You're still fighting with my Now he has got 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I don't know, to make it a nice fight. Really nice fight. Now he's got like a couple minutes to make it to the end. Once again, the problem is that there are lots of pirates around, and yeah, they do 50 damage by now, so you can take 1 hit. But the might still be something going on. And at the end, are you... Okay, so I'll just be quiet here.
You can talk, honestly. It's just me being quiet because I try to focus to get the sub
So
hour.
yeah, that would be cool. So at the end, there is the ship. You have to enter it, and the gate is blocked by the black pirates, and you have to kill both the black pirates to open the gate. And there's a pretty safe strat for them, so it should be alright.
It should be okay.
Yeah, the thing is they look scary, but they actually do less damage than the red pirates.
I think they do 25.
But they have way more health.
Yeah, and they move faster and shoot faster. Alright, I can confirm that sub hour is done. I did it.
Okay.
It's coming.
Got it. World record. Well, not quite.
9 minutes short exactly of the world record.
Oh. It's not even marathon world record.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I think I did better in on Destructor's Marathon.
Yeah. You only had one death, I think. Or was it single second?
Can't remember.
No, was it no.
Alright, so as you guys saw, yeah, the mecha fight is really intense because of all the threats that are coming towards you, and obviously the fact that you still have to stay focused and take the drops to survive. Because when you're in this we're in this kind of situations where you're at low health, just maybe try to play it safe and keep your missiles and get a bit of health back. Then go back to your missile farming. It's always good to have a lot of health to spare because, yeah, always being at full health allows you to have much more confidence in the shots that you're taking, except if you're shooting the door as I did. But
oh, it's okay. I think Dragonfangs did it as well at ESA.
Alright, so honestly, I think it was a good run in general. I would say.
Yeah.
Just to just
really solid.
Just to give you guys an idea about what I do. So this is 9 minutes slower than my PB and 3 minutes and 15 seconds slower than my average.
Yeah, and this carry is like, it's marathon safe, but it really depends on the final boss, because when you have a bad day, you can be sitting there for quite a while until you get it.
Oh yes, even in races.
It's always, yeah, even in races, it's really run cold. But this was really smooth, like sub-hour in the marathon, it's cool. Yes.
Always feels nice, especially when it's close like this, like only 10 seconds away. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if I did save at Relay at Metroids, I probably would have not get that sub-hour. Well, if I did save on the first place right when I got to the last save room, and instead of going back to it, I would have got sub-hour anyway. Alright, now the question is... no, it's not gonna be... no, there's no way it's sub 40, considering I went back to the save room once.
Did I save?
Honestly, it was the good decision because I died once, so...
Yeah.
Better that than going back to the start of Useless.
Yeah. After a while, Useless gets really boring if you watch it for the third time or so.
Yeah. But that was an exciting run, I'll be honest. I just hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
As much as we did. And yeah, if you're interested in picking up this game and this category, Destructor made a tutorial about it, which
Yeah.
covers pretty much everything you need to know.
I made a tutorial for this category that basically covers mostly, because it's the any person route in general. I actually just suggest you to watch Dragon Fang's tutorials. I put them in my tutorial description anyway, because you have to, well, you need the basic knowledge on the game. Doesn't matter if it's any person or anything, but yeah, you have to do pretty much everything, and then you'll be able to start learning the stress for 9% specifically. And it's more about practicing the bosses themselves than just learning stress that you can do straightforward, because you have to react to a lot of patterns and react depending on the situation, as you saw on Mecha, but even on Mother Brain, depending on your situation. If you have a low health count, decide to take it safe and go for health drops instead of the kill right away. It's really a category is demanding on your reactions and your capacity to improve on the very moment. But if you want to try it once, just give it a try. Honestly, it doesn't cost anything. I'm not asking you to grind it. Just give it a try.
I like how you see your mouse cursor like wandering over the screen.
Yeah, it was. And then I instantly escaped it. Like, oh no, I'm not cheating.
Totally not cheating.
Totally not cheating. It's not like I got all these drops from Ridley.
Yeah, no, not. Okay, so I guess we're pretty much done here. We saved the vaults.
Yeah.
Skipped all the items. Really nice run. Congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you for the commentary as well.
Thanks. Yeah, congratulations, Dragon Thanks for watching this, and Destructor for running this.
Thank you, and thank you for being here, commentating.
You're welcome. And I think next is Metroid Other M.
Don't remember, I don't have a schedule.
No. Oh, I just saw Jagged G's commentating. Nice.
Other M is coming up?
Yeah.
Nice.